Hello to everyone who has been with us on this journey from the beginning. Well, finally, we have reached our stopping point, although our destination awaits at the pearly gates. We certainly have come a long way, and it seems best at this point to highlight a few marks along the way. Our journey has taken us from beginning by strengthening the family dynamics, allowing us to openly share many of our thoughts and feelings regarding many things, both related to the church and those beyond. Then we took a couple of weeks and focused on the person of Jesus. Following this, we took a look at the view of what our church has of the family unit and how we are called to step outside of ourselves to better our world. After this, we spent 2 weeks looking at prayer with our relationship with God and also our Heavenly Mother Mary. Finally, last week we began to look at how our calling as Christians impels us to image our God to the world by the actions that we perform. In essence, we would want those who do not know God that they should have a glimpse of who God is by knowing us. This is a very high calling that all Christians are moved to fulfill. And so, this leads us to today's challenge. Hopefully, in our journey these past few weeks, we have seen how our Christian calling is much more than just attending church and saying a few rote prayers. Likewise, it is our wish that we have been shown that our Christianity should envelop our lives and become part of who we are as persons. Finally, we hope that all of us have grown in our understanding of our role in the world as individuals, families, and as communities. So now that we are here, so what? What does all of this mean to us? All of this profound knowledge that we have has to lead us somewhere. Fortunately for us, our church gives us guidance about what we are to do with our lives in Christ. In the letter of James, we are told to be doers of the word and not hearers only. And then later on, James tells us that faith without works is dead. So at this point in our journey, we invite you to stop and take a breath from our travel. Hopefully, our journey has led to a contemplation of our state in life as individuals and as families. And now we have a moment to give serious thought to what we are being called to do. Your challenge this week is to discuss as a family a specific project that you can do together in order to help live out this faith that we profess. Now, this project that you will do is completely open to the imagination of your family members. It can be very large, involved, and detailed Christian service project, or it could be something that's very simple and yet profound. The task that your family will perform will be limited only by your own desires. So as we begin, I told you that you weren't initially expected to do any homework, at least not what you would consider as homework. So today really is the first day that I invite you to do some real work as a family within the community in which you are a part. So many people will immediately ask, what type of projects do we have in mind? Well, our response to you is simply anything that you decide to do. The focus that we hope your family will consider will be, how can you display as a family the faith in such a way as to image the God that we profess to believe? So for instance, your family may decide to make cards for the homebound, those who are sick and can't get out. Maybe it's to write letters to the first responders or to the military in order to thank them for all they have done and continue to do for us. Or it could be as great as making some ready-to-eat meals for those who are homeless and maybe even bringing it to them. Perhaps you may decide to assist a neighbor in need or simply offer prayers for our priests and religious. Maybe your family has a desire to donate some time at a soup kitchen or a homeless shelter. We have a few here in New Orleans. Or maybe you may want to help beautify your neighborhood or even the church grounds. You may want to invite a neighbor over for Thanksgiving, or maybe if you're bold, You may decide to forego your own Christmas gift exchange and maybe secretly help out a needy family for Christmas. Whatever you do, make it a memorable family experience. Make it something that your family can be proud to be a part of. And make it something that displays a love of neighbor and of God that our Christianity calls us to. I promise you this. This will be one of the highlights of your family upbringing. And whether your family members are young or old, our Christian obligation never ceases. Perhaps if you feel called to, this can become an annual activity that your family embraces. In any regard, I hope that your family is blessed from this journey and that you have had an opportunity to grow in faith and love, both individually and as a family. I pray for all of you who have joined me in this journey, and I hope that your family remains a beacon of Christian joy for all to see. If you wish, we'd love to hear about your experience during this journey. It would bring encouragement to other families to know about someone else's experience in faith. Now, as our Parish School of Religion is poised to reopen for in-class instruction, we look forward to hearing about your family experiences very soon. We're praying for all of you, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Until we see you, stay safe and healthy. God bless each of you and your families as well.